Listen, I know you've done it. We've all done it. I'm not going to be the one to put you in jail for it. We've all questioned our value because we didn't get enough likes or comments on a post or even shares. And at times we question our values, looking at what we have, questioning if we truly have enough because we see so much online of what other people have and it seems like they have so much more than us. And I know you've looked at the comments on a post before forming your own opinion. Hey guys, I am back here with another video for you guys, and I'm so appreciative to all of the support that I always get. My last video did really good, and I'm glad that you guys are liking the advice that I'm giving. It's just all based off experiences that I've gone through. And if you're new here, I am Avani. I like to talk about things that I've learned throughout all of my experiences. And, even if I see what someone else has gone through and I've learned something from that situation, I just like to bring light to that because there's a lot that I feel like I could have learned sooner or I wish that I learned sooner. And so I want to help you guys out from preventing you to go through certain things, or at least you'll know the knowledge behind certain situations so that you don't have to go through so much. This is a community where you can come, you can give advice, you can express things that you're going through, and you can get advice as well too. So don't ever feel like anyone's going to judge you here. Of course you have some people who will say things, but I'm not going to judge you here, and I don't condone any of that. So if you want growth, if you want a community where you can be the best version of yourself, this is where it's at. So please subscribe. Today's video is going to be about not allowing social media to control you, because I feel like it's so easy to let social media control you, and you don't want that unhealthy relationship. The internet could be a good thing, but also using it in the wrong way, it can become very toxic and bad for your mental. So today's video is going to be about that, and I'm not going to talk too much. We're going to get straight into it. I almost forgot, guys. Get your snacks, get your drinks, whatever you need to get to watch this, because I have mine. I have some dark chocolate with almonds, and I'm going to be drinking some Valenzano. This is really good. This is the Shamang, the red Shamang. Ooh. And don't worry, YouTube, I will not be driving. So just because I'm in the car doesn't mean I'm going to be driving. We're just going to drink the rest of this while we have our little chat. So if you need to, pause the video, get your snacks and drinks, and meet me back over here. Social media warps the whole concept and meaning of life, and it can be so easy to get so wrapped up and lose your values or your purpose by looking at so many other people's lives, and you tend to measure their success compared to yours. We are not meant to have so much access into other people's lives. I feel like there's always been things like depression, anxiety, and other mental issues, but the fact that back in the day, social media didn't really exist, people focus more on their purpose and what they need to do to better themselves. They also focus more on their resources so that they can be better at the skills that they want to be better at. And they were way more creative. Nowadays, we're seeing everybody's day-to-day routine. We're not seeing what it's really like behind the scenes. And we feel like their life is perfect and way better than ours. And so when we see that, we question, well, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And sometimes it causes us to end up going the wrong career path because we feel like we're going to get that same outcome that that person is getting. And even if we do, we don't know what it's really like to live that life. I feel like you're distracting yourself. We really are distracting ourselves looking at so many other people's lives. And it's like, it sucks that we can't just look and enjoy the entertainment and do whatever we want to do. We tend to absorb it, and we feel like we have to do that thing too. And we have to compare ourselves, because since we're not doing that, we're not good enough. We can't just watch it and then still go about our own lives. We have to question ourselves and our values instead, and we have to feel like we're not enough. Why do we do that? I think we need to stop doing that, and instead, we can see what other people do in our lives, but that doesn't mean that we have to do the same thing. And that doesn't mean that what we have isn't enough. Look at your resources. Look at what you need to do internally. And this is why self-love is so important, because if you don't have that there, you don't really know your values. You don't really know your boundaries. You don't know what you like, and you don't know what you don't like. And so that causes you to be more susceptible to see what someone else is doing and end up doing what they are doing, because you feel lost. You don't know what avenue to go into. So it makes you kind of more easy to just do whatever, because you don't really know who you are truly. And if you really did know that, then you will be able to look at someone else's life and be like, oh wow, that's great for them. But you know what? I'm going to do another path and I'm still going to be successful. And sometimes we lack that faith and hope and determination towards our goals. Once you have that down and you build a relationship with yourself, you won't be so worried about what other people are doing. A lot of the times, we compare ourselves to people who don't even have the life that we want. And if that person does have the life that we want, you need to look at them and take tips. Why don't you just look up to them and instead take notes? Look at the lifestyle that they have, look at the habits that they have, and incorporate those things into your life. I'm not saying to completely copy them, because what someone else's doesn't mean that when you do that, it's gonna give you the same exact outcome, because we're all different people and we have a different purpose. But what I'm saying is that that person that is successful, if you look at your outline of your habits throughout the day and you look at theirs, I'm pretty sure that there's things that are missing in your routine that you need to incorporate. So instead of comparing yourself and downplaying yourself, look at that person that you look up to and incorporate the habits that they have and take tips from them. You can't expect to look at someone who's successful and who's been doing the hard work for years and expect to have that thing that they have right off the bat. You have to put the work in just like they did. And don't get me wrong, social media can be a great resource, but you have to know how to balance it and use it right. You have to know the life that you want, and then you can use the internet as a resource to help you get ahead. A lot of the times, we use the internet to distract us and keep us away from our goals. Instead, you have to create an algorithm for yourself that keeps you on track. Don't like posts that you know that your feed is going to keep putting it on there for you to get distracted. Start liking stuff that's inspiring. Start liking stuff that's going to get you the skills that you need in life. So that way, that's all you see on your feed, and you don't get distracted because you remember the goal. Let's talk about something else. I got to take a sip for this one because I'm telling you, I've been seeing this one a lot. A lot of people judge people without forming an opinion of their own. They like to look at the comments first before forming their own opinion. And a lot of people hate to have a different opinion from what most other people, are thinking or feel like is happening. And so instead of them being the oddball out or people looking at them like, well, what the hell are you talking about? Most people don't have that confidence to stay firm on what they believe and go against what most people believe. And so everybody's just judging based off of what other people are saying first. I know a bunch of people who scroll on a video, don't even finish the video. They want to go straight to the comments, see what most people say, believe it straight off the bat, didn't even finish the damn video. In the middle of the video, they literally say that they're not this type of person or they haven't done this actually. So people don't do their research. They go based off of the comments that people like the most, and then they go off of that instead of forming their own opinion. And it drives me crazy. Not gonna lie, I've done this before. And the fact that I've done this and I can be honest, big up myself, because I feel like some people cannot admit that they do this. And I've caught myself looking at videos and I'll go to the comments first. Well, what did people say about this video? And I'll look at it. And then I feel like sometimes the comments will like change my opinion. And it's okay to intake other people's opinions, not just like think what you think and not look at what other people have to say. But I feel like you can't think something, look at what someone else says, and then straight off the bat, you're just like, oh, you know what? They're right. No, it has to be good reason of why you feel like you need to switch your opinion, but don't just do it because it has the most likes. Think for yourself and do not let the internet control you, because this is going to be the end of us if we stop forming our own opinions. And when you form your own opinion, stay firm on what you believe, unless you believe otherwise because you've done your own research, and stop being so gullible. And here's my next point. Everybody already knows this, but the life that everyone shows on social media is not real. They only want to show the perfect videos, perfect photos. They don't want to show what really happens behind the scenes. And of course, everybody will want that life because it seems so perfect, so at ease, so stress-free and luxury. But they don't show what it's really like to live their lives. And I guarantee you that if you were to swap the life of someone that you're comparing yourself with, you want to swap back. You're going to go into that life and you're going to be like, I didn't know all of this was in it. Well, of course, because they don't show it in those videos. They delete all the bloopers. The best show that you like to watch, the series that you like to watch, there's bloopers. They don't show you what it's really like. That's how it is with these YouTubers and these people who make content, fashion content, whatever it is, make music. They just want to show you what's perfect. And I do it too. I do it too because, When I'm posting my stuff, I want it to look very nice. I block out the things that, people don't really want to see or you don't need to see. So it happens. It's okay. But what I'm saying to you is that some people don't think about that when they're seeing certain stuff. These videos are not real. Life is not like that for everybody, okay? People can have a really nice life, don't get me wrong, but there's things that they go through that they're built for. It don't mean that you're built for it, so stop it, please. You don't want to swap lives with them, so stop comparing yourself and enjoy the life that you have now before it flies past you and you look back when you're older. Now it's nothing you can do. What you gonna do now? Nothing. So don't let God take it away from you, because if he does, they're gonna wish that you appreciated what you had. Everyone has their struggle in life, and God gave us all of our specific struggles for a reason, because he knows the life that he wants us to have. And he knows that these experiences are going to strengthen us and get our character prepared for what he has for us in our future. So don't ever wish to take on someone else's life. Just be grateful to be you. Be happy that you are you. Be thankful to be you. And just think of the traits that you don't really like about yourself, the things that you dislike. Work on them. Figure out what works for you and what's going to better you in the future to get to where you need to be. Change your habits and change your schedule to align with the person that you dream to be. Keep your eye on the goal. There will be so many distractions, especially when you're almost where you need to be. I'm telling you, there will be so many distractions trying to test you. What you have to do is keep your eyes on track. Keep your focus. Know what you need to do. Stay firm on it and do not move your eyes from it. These are what these tests are for, is to see if you really want it. And the second that you back down, that could have been the day where you could have prevailed and you could have really went past that mark and been better. So you have to do better for yourself. If you really want it, you have to do better, and you have to go past these obstacles. Stop letting every little thing that feels uncomfortable make you back down. We're stronger than that. So you have to keep on going. Here's our next topic. We're going to talk about valuing likes over valuing ourselves. A lot of people adapt their personality based on trends. Have you ever met somebody whose whole personality was a trend? Like, are you even real? You have no opinions of your own. And I've met people where they don't wear certain things that they feel like they actually like, but because they feel like other people won't like it, or they'll be looked at as weird for exploring their style, they just won't wear it. Why? Why are we doing that? And I've done that in the past, but I stopped myself from doing that because it's like, this is my life. I'm exploring my style. I'm going through my experiences. Why am I worried about what other people are going to think about my shirt or my shoes? It don't have to be on their body, it's on mine. So why do I worry about that? We care too much about what other people think, and we need to stop doing it. Stop making your personality be based off of how many likes and comments that you're going to get. Why are we doing that? Because those people, I was about to say those people aren't paying your bills, but sometimes they are. But still, that's no reason to change your personality for them. No, no, absolutely not. I hate when I'm looking at people not truly being themselves. And I'll talk to people sometimes, and they'll tell me things that they wish that they could do. Or they'll be like, oh, I wish I could wear that. Or I wish that I could get tattoos, or I could get da da da. Do what you want to do. If you see something that you want to do, you want to give a try, you want to explore and see what you like to do, who's going to hurt you about it? Just do it. I feel like we think too much about it. And it's like the worst thing that people are going to do is talk. So why are we so worried about what people think? And it is easier said than done. But when you truly start to build a relationship with yourself, you start to question, why are you allowing people's opinions to be so much into your life? You let it control your life. People can have opinions, and we're human. Sometimes people's opinions will get to us, but you can't let it control your whole life. Your whole life, you're making certain jokes, you're saying certain things. That's not things you would normally say. You're saying it because you feel like people are going to enjoy you because you're doing those things. You're wearing certain clothes that you're uncomfortable in, booty shorts, whatever you're doing, whatever style that you're putting on, you're wearing it not because you're comfortable and you feel like that's your style. You're wearing it because you feel like that's a trend, and that's the quickest way for you to get the most likes, the most money. We have to start remembering what life is. A lot of the times, the things that we view, we take in those things and we adapt to that. Instead of us knowing who we are, putting that out into the world and allowing our environment to adapt to who we actually are. This needs to change. And if you don't change these things, you're going to sit in that same circle. You're going to keep on questioning the same thing. Why am I here? Why do I feel like this? Why am I not happy? You're going to keep going through those depressive episodes and things like that because you never truly found yourself. And the question is, when are we going to do this? When are we going to take these steps? No one's going to do it for you, and no one's going to want it as bad as you. So if you want it as bad for yourself, do the work. And then trust me, it's going to come back to you. And you're going to be so thankful that you did those things. You have to value yourself enough to want, the things that you dream about. Those things aren't in your mind for no reason. Why do you think they're there? They're there because God knows that you have the ability to make it happen, but you're keeping yourself still because your eyes are on everything else. Stop. Keep your eyes on your goals, do the work, and it'll come back to you. It will come back to you, and you will do nothing but grow. We forget that life is about exploring. Hello, life is about exploring what you actually like. But we're so worried about everything looking so put together. And it's like sometimes you're going to wear pants that don't match with your shirt. Sometimes you're going to wear some jewelry that don't really go. Sometimes you'll have a hat on that does not go. And it's going to make you look back at your pictures and you're like, what the hell was I wearing? But it's all about the experience. At least you wore it and you realize, I don't like it. And you're going to have certain seasons in your life. But it's not that deep. Wear what you want to wear. Do what you want to do. We're always so expected to have a niche, but some of us have so many interests, we cannot just go with one niche. And I'm one of those people. I can't go with one niche. I have so many different ideas, and I'm not going to let the internet control me and make me feel like I have to stick to one thing. And it's so easy to do that because social media will praise someone for doing that one thing. You go viral for one thing, you do something else, and everybody's in your comments like, oh, I thought you were going to keep on doing this. People only follow you because they want you to keep doing that thing. And then when you watch these videos on how to grow your YouTube channel, how to I can't even speak, how to do these things, they'll say like going based off of analytics, which is smart. That's the smart thing to do. But you do not want to look at your analytics, and when you go viral for one post, you have to keep doing that thing and you feel so uncomfortable. You don't want to do it anymore. Like I went viral one of my videos. Well, some people maybe wouldn't call it viral, but I do. But I got a lot of views on a YouTube video that I've made, and it was like a Shein haul. And I did a Pretty Little Thing haul. Those got the most views out of all of my posts. I got thousands of views, and I was so happy about that. But you know what the thing was? I didn't want to do hauls anymore because I'm in a period in my life where I don't want so much consumption. I don't want so much clothes and stuff and all of those things is just taking up my space. And I just don't want those things. And so, also I want my channel to be more about advice and things that you can take in throughout life. So I changed my videos, and I don't get that many views how I did with those clothing hauls. And those are the easiest ways to blow up. But I value what I'm saying more. And I know that I will be successful with what I'm saying. It just takes more time. And the best things take time. Not saying that, if you're into fashion and those things are for you, that's completely fine. The lighting is changing because this big truck is driving past me. But it's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like. But what I'm saying is, if you get a lot of views on something and that's not something you really want to do, you don't have to do that. You don't have to feel like that's the only way for you to be successful. Stop having that limited belief. You have to stop. You have to know what your goals are in life and envision that success and want it so bad, and just know that it's going to happen, that there's nothing coming in the way of it. And that's the point that I'm in. Of course, I have my days where I feel like I wish I could be further. Maybe I should just make the content people want to see for right now. And there's times where sometimes for a certain period of time, you can keep making that content that'll get your views up. And then you can change how you want your videos to look. And then you can see if those people will switch over or stay subscribed. But also sometimes a lot of those people, they will unsubscribe because you're not making that video anymore. So stick to who you are. Do what you want to do. And the people that really love you and love your content and appreciate what you say and do, they will stick by you. Those people that are leaving, you need to say thank you instead of asking why. You know why. They don't need to be there. They don't want to see those things that you're making. So you need to stop making content based off of what those peoples want. Like those peoples. I'm talking too fast. Don't make your content based off of what people want. Go based off of what you want. And I guarantee you, you will find your crowd. Stop thinking that you're not enough or no one cares about what you're saying. They just want you to shut up and do the trends. That works for some people, but most of the time those people don't go far because when the trend is done, nowhere, nobody's looking. Nobody's looking at that stuff. This is the type of stuff when you value what you're doing and you build the skills in that thing, people will see how hard you work for it, how much you care about it. And that's going to make them want to stick around. Like, you know what? Let me see what they have to say. They're so determined. They're hard working for this thing. Let me stick around and see what they're talking about. You want people to see that you care so much about yourself, and that will make them care about what you have to say as well. But you got to own it. You got to own what you want. Nobody else is going to do it for you. And I push this because a lot of the times we think that things are going to be handed to us. Nobody's going to hand anything to you. Nothing was handed to anybody at all. And if somebody took the easy way out, they left the same way, just as fast. You got to root things and it will grow. And you have to build the skills so that you can sustain it and so that it doesn't just fly away. Don't ever water yourself down. Know that you are beautiful, know that you are enough, and know that everything that you say matters. No one's going to take that from you. Don't let anybody take that from you. If you've done any of these things that I talked about in this video, it has happened to the best of us, but we cannot stay stuck in this. We are not going to get stuck in this, and the way that we're not going to get stuck in this is with these simple steps. Number one, do not forget what you want out of life. Do not get caught up in what other people are doing because you will lose sight of your blessings. Number two, form your own opinions and look things up for yourself. It's not a crime, okay? If you see something that people are talking about, it doesn't hurt to look up really quickly if it's true. Form your own opinion and then go from there. Number three, be content in your own life and never wish to have anyone else's life but your own. If there's things that you need to fix, then do that, but don't compare. Number four, remember your values and don't let the internet control you like you're a puppet. You need to take control of your own life, and a lot of us can lack this. It's easy to lose, but keep your eyes on the goal. Please do not put yourself in a box because you'll keep yourself behind. You'll feel so stuck in life and you won't further yourself because you're having these limited beliefs. And these are the beliefs that you grew up around, your friends, your teachers, your family is telling you these things. But when you grow up, you have to unlearn these things and relearn the things that you need in order to help you grow. Number five, I meant to mention this more in the video, but we need to experience more. A lot of the times our camera experiences more than us. And I would catch myself doing this when I'll be at concerts. And of course, I want a video for memories, but sometimes I will overly record. Like each lineup, I'll record, each song I'll record. And I'm noticing that I'm experiencing by looking through the camera instead of looking in real life when this is right in front of me. So you have to know how to balance it. Even when you're eating out with family, taking videos the whole time, taking pictures the whole time, just doing events like taking a walk on a trail or just different things. Having your phone out the whole time and it's like you're experiencing through your phone instead of in real life. We lose sight of a lot of things and it can be very sad. I caught myself doing that when I was making more content. I would be like vlogging and it would kind of stress me out because I'm trying to enjoy myself, but every minute I'm like, oh wait, I have to show on my phone, I have to pull my phone out, I have to record this, I forgot to take a picture. Like, no, I want to experience things in life. And my thing is, if you want to be a vlogger, schedule the days where you want to record certain things, or I would say experience that thing firsthand before you record it, then maybe like go back and vlog it. But I know sometimes people want to vlog things for the first time. It's not a crime, but I would say balance it because sometimes we're actually not experiencing things through our own eyes. We're just looking through our camera. And that's really the sad case. Like you see those videos when people are at concerts, everybody just has their phone out the whole time and the artist is like I'm right here in front of your face. Look at me. We need to experience life for what it is because it's so beautiful, and we can't take it for granted. We have to enjoy all the blessings that we have here. There's some things that we forget are blessings. The things we get to view, the fact that we even get to see, that is a blessing of its own. And I never forget to thank God for those things. I'm grateful that I can walk and that I can look. And these are the things that we need to remember and not take it for granted. And also, we need to get outside more. Sometimes we're just always staying in and doom scrolling. We have nature, we have these beautiful trees, we have these beautiful animals, creatures. We need to be out and be more in tune with life and not live your whole life just laying inside of your house and not doing anything. Get some fresh air, please. Because you ever meet somebody you could tell they just don't get fresh air? You need to get some fresh air and experience life. Again, I thank you guys for stopping by in my video. I would say if it's a nice day out after you're watching this video, then feel free to go out or, just feel free to experience something that you've always wanted to that's on your bucket list. Why wait? A lot of the times we push past the things that we should do and we do other things instead. Like we go out to the club and we drink. And there's nothing wrong to do that here and there, but I would say really try to enjoy nature and the beautiful things that we have. Try new foods, try new scenery. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And I love you guys. I love my community so much. If there's anything that you resonated with and you want to put it down in the comments, feel free. If you ever need advice, don't be scared. I don't bite. You can DM me. You can comment down below and I will get back to you. And please like, subscribe, and comment. I also make music. So if you want to check that out, everything will be in the description down below. And I will see you guys in the next video.